Hey everybody, it's Lisa from Shabby Road Studio. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do something I said I might not do again. I'm going to work on a junk journal. I know, the mood just hit me. I think it's the fall. I don't know. So, of course, I have this um, desire to use some beautiful fall printables. And I know there's a lot of people that don't prefer printables. There's a lot of people that only use printables. I'm kind of like a mixture of both. I started out only with printables because that's all I knew. But for today for this journal, we're going to use this gorgeous printable kit from Etsy. And I know you're going to ask me which kit it is. And I'm going to tell you, it's from the shop Sugar Pepper Press. I'm trying to look at my iPad. Sugar Pepper Press is the name of her shop. The name of this kit is Plaid Pumpkin Junk Journal Mega Kit. Okay, it is a mega kit too. I've only printed out the pages so far. I haven't done any of the ephemera yet, or any of the envelopes, or any of that. But it's a big kit. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna give you a quick preview. We're not gonna stay on this very long, but I just want to show you how gorgeous this is. Some are full sheets like this. I printed double side, obviously. Oops, that one's upside down. Okay. No, it's not. This is supposed to go like that. Freaked me out for a minute. Okay. So, I mean, as you can see, gorgeous. Look at those hydrangeas. Just some fun faded pages. I love this. Oh my goodness. And I just love this wood with the lace. Some more, yeah. We got pumpkins and hydrangeas. And then for the double pages, like right here, got a lot of the black and white buffalo plaid in here. Super cute, very popular. And yeah. So, I mean, this kit is just gorgeous. And I paid for this kit. She didn't give it to me or anything for doing this video. So I'm just showing you what I chose. I just went to Etsy, decided I wanted to find there's a lot of fall stuff on there, but you know, when I see something, I know it. Like, I flipped through a lot of shops to find this. And when I landed on this, I knew this was the one I wanted to use for this project. So we're going to put all that aside now. I just wanted to show you what we're going to be working with in case, hey, any of you want to go over there and grab that kit and work along. You can do that. So I took a poll, and hardcover journals won. It was neck and neck for a while, and then soft cover pulled ahead, and then at the end of the poll, hardcover won. So I have this old book cover that I want to use. I've already cut out the spine part just to save some time. You guys have all watched me put a junk journal cover together before, but so this is just really hard, like chipboard. I'm going to use that in this for the spine. I wanted a thicker spine because I think this journal is going to end up being pretty bulky. So I wanted to get a bigger spine than was in this with this book. So that's what our spine and cover is going to look like. What I want to do is I'm going to use this piece of that really heavy brown paper from Amazon. It's the super thick one. And I'm going to cover this. I'm going to cover this journal cover because, yeah, I want to do something different to the outside of the cover. So I want this brown paper as the background. I think I'm going to use some Mod Podge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roughly trace around my book cover here and spine. that is simply for my own benefit to apply this glue, this Mod Podge, in this square rather than to lift those up and try to finagle that. I just want to put the glue in this square for now. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take an old brush. This is falling apart. And some of my Mod Podge, which I have a lot of. So why not use it, right? And I'm just going to slop a bunch on here. That's probably enough. If you've not been here before, I'm kind of a sloppy crafter. But it usually works out in the end. That looks like it's a perfect amount. And we're just going to stay as much as we can in those lines just to help us know where to put our spine and book cover. Now Mod Podge obviously is a wet glue and it will take longer to dry, so I will probably just, once I get this on, I'll stop the video, let it dry. But if you kind of let Mod Podge sit for a couple minutes, set a little bit, and it'll kind of start getting a little bit tacky. That's what I like to do, and then it kind of lets a little bit of that, like a little bit of the water that's in Mod Podge kind of evaporate a little bit and leaves you with more of a tackier. Okay, we're going to take our cover. It doesn't have to be the right way because it's going to be covered, but, and then I'm just going to stick this 1/4 of an inch maybe, and we're going to get this one in place. And because we let it set for a few minutes, it is already just kind of grabbing this where it's normally it's kind of sliding around a little bit, but right now I can do that and it's not really moving. So we know that we've kind of got that tacky feeling. Now, what I want to do is turn this over. Okay, I just got my brayer and I'm just going to get these corners that seem to be maybe not looking like they're sticking as much as the rest of it. Yeah, I missed some glue right there. Yep, right there in the corner. Corners are important, and they seem to be the problem areas, I guess. Now I'm going to dry this off camera or let it dry. I'm not sure if I'll let it dry naturally or if I'll dry it with the heat gun, but I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I did a little bit without you because I know these videos can get long. What I did was dry this. Pretty much is all dried now. And then I just trimmed this off, and then I just basically just clipped the corners so that it would fold in. I clipped this so that it would come in like this. So I did all the clipping, pretty self-explanatory. Now we're going to just do a bunch of gluing again. I'm going to go back to the Mod Podge because I have a lot of it. And we're going to just get gluey. I'm actually going to glue the book cover and the paper just to get a good solid stick on there. I love working with brown paper bags, as you probably know if you've been here a while. I love the way they look because I'm more of a neutral, natural color girl, and I just feel like paper sacks are free, except at Aldi's you have to pay. But you know what I mean, like they're cheap and most people have a bunch on hand normally. And they give a great background. You can draw on them, you can paint on them, you can glue other things on them. I don't know. I just find that paper sacks are an easy and low cost option for covering any book cover or any other type of craft project you have going on. I'm just going to get my hands dirty and I'm just going to kind of pull down and pull up on this. Just getting these really stuck well. And by this time, this other side's getting tacky, so it helps keep this paper in place. And let me go over here. Now, I think I did cut this one a little short, so you can still see the point of the cover, which is not a big deal. It's just maybe I would have cut it better. It would look a little better. But we're going to cover this too. So I'm going to flip this over, keep the glue down there. So now we've got this. We're just going to kind of work it for a second. It does stick pretty quickly. If you don't use a whole gob, it sticks better. And I'm just kind of going over it to make sure and pulling it up so it's tight against the book cover. There, that feels good. See how nice that looks? You have that blank slate on the other side. Now, I've cut some pieces to fit. We're going to put these pieces here. I'm going to get a little bulky in here. Okay, I trimmed these a little bit. We're going to just make these fit just the inside of the book cover so they can open. So there's not so much bulk there. Then the spine cover part will come over that. You know what I'm going to do? Because there's the possibility of when you open and close that, this may be coming unstuck. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put these where they will go. I'm going to go sew these. I'm going to sew them together. So you're going to see that stitching. But I think that'll make them stronger and still be able to move. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is how it looks. They're sewn together, nice and sturdy. Now we're just going to, it's not perfect, but my stuff never is. So what we're going to do is just kind of center it where it'll fit the best on here. And we're going to start gluing. We're going to glue, glue, glue. I think we're covered. It feels like I've gone over every spot. So let's do it. I'm just going to take my brayer and just roll this on. We're going to have to leave this one dry completely because it's wanting to buckle up when I turn, when I fold the cover in. So this is going to have to really dry well before we move forward. So I will let this dry and I'll be back when it's ready. Okay, this is pretty dry. I'm going to flip this over now and put some of my jelly prints that I've made. So I picked out some that were kind of fall colors and just for like a background. So I have this one I kind of like. It's just very neutral and it's got the floral print. And I just cut out a piece. So I'm going to see if glue stick will work for this. That way I don't have to mess with getting the Mod Podge back out. I think it'll be fine. There we go. Okay. And then I have this piece. It's a little bit different from this for the front cover. I don't know if you can see the gold, the same kind of pattern in gold over that. So yeah, I thought that would be pretty. Just neutrally fall colors. That way I can utilize some of my jelly prints for this project. Go. And then I have this piece. So this is on tissue paper or deli paper, I think it is. And I want to put that on the back of the spine. little wrinkled. I don't know where my scraper thing is, so I'm just using my brayer right now, which works. So yeah, this is just, you know, to get a background going. And then I took a page from the kit and I cut out a chair, which I want to put on the front. I have this piece too. I have some other jelly prints here that are scrap, and I thought just a piece kind of offset that. So I kind of want to put that right there. I like that gold in those jelly prints. And then we'll put the chair like right there. There. Okay, I cut out Autumn Memories, and I want to put that on here somewhere. I think probably down here in the bottom corner is where I will put that. I'm going to set that to the side for a minute. I want to do some inking. I definitely want to ink this paper, brown paper corners and edges. I really love the way that the brown paper takes up this ink. Okay, now isn't that nice how that ink just makes that totally different looking? Okay, let's get some art glitter glue for this piece just to make sure it's good and stuck. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna put it right down here at the bottom of the chair so you can see that. And just roll it back and forth. Art glitter glue dries fairly fast, so that should be good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Fall Junk Journal. Just creating the cover. I always love covers, and I may do something else with it, but I'll show you. And will we work on the inside? It's possible, but I'm not going to just plan that right now, because sometimes I think I've tried that in the past where I'll work on the inside and I don't get that many views. I don't know if it's just kind of the boring work maybe. So if I don't show that, I'll definitely do a flip through after I'm done with this journal. But I thought creating the cover is always kind of, I think, an interesting video to do, because each person has a different way they do it. And so you can always glean some information from each person's different perspective on making a cover. And this is just kind of the way I made this fall cover. And I really like it. I think it's going to be quite fun to do. The inside is looking good. But yeah, if I decide to do anything specific that I think you would enjoy, I will definitely do a video on that. So let me know in the comments if you want to see any more of this, or if you just want to see the flip through at the end. That's cool too. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.